A Phobia Guide. Chapter 1. Phobia, fear of something. Phobias in general. Phobias, defined as irrational, excessive fears, come in three forms. Phobias of specific things. A social phobia of being embarrassed in a social setting. Agoraphobia, fear of leaving the house. Specific phobias are triggered by fear of a specific object such as snakes, enclosed spaces, heights, etc. A phobia is a powerful, persistent, overwrought fear of an object or situation. It has a psychoanalytical component where it is said that a person attributes his or her deep unconscious fears to an external object. Phobia can be a fear of anything like an object, an event, a setting, a place, etc. The fear does not make sense to others. There appears to be no clear basis for it. Simple phobias involve a single thing such as dogs, spiders, heights, etc. Social phobias are a fear of criticism, ridicule, embarrassment around other people. The most common phobias are fear of flying followed by fear of dogs, closed-in spaces, heights, tunnels, water, snakes, spiders, etc. There is no drug treatment for phobias, but many desensitization courses exist to help people gradually overcome their fears by facing them little by little, then embracing them. Desensitization is gradually exposing a person to the trigger object or situation that he or she fears in an attempt to teach the person to react without fear. Social phobia is basically self-consciousness or anxiety in social situations. Most people have it to a limited extent, but some people, especially those who feel a little inferior, have it more so than others. A list of phobias. Social phobia describes persistent anxiety in social situations based on fear of embarrassment. Agoraphobia refers to fear of being in public places, such as streets, shopping malls, and other places where people gather. Ablutomania. Incessant and compulsive washing of the hands. Akathisia. Feeling of impending disaster if one sits down. Acrophobia. Fear of heights. Elurophobia. Fear of cats. Agoraphobia. Abnormal fear of open spaces. Agoromania. Person who wants to be isolated and live away from everybody. Ichmophobia. Fear of needles, knives, and other sharp objects. Algophobia. Fear of pain. Amathophobia. Fear of dust. Arithmania. Obsession with numbers, an irresistible desire to count things like steps, sidewalk slabs, etc. Astrophobia. Fear of storms, thunder and lightning. Bathophobia. Fear of being at heights and having the impulse to jump to one's death. Xenophobia. Fear of large rooms like auditoriums and stadiums. Claustrophobia. Fear of enclosed places like a trunk or closet. Contractation. Desire to touch members of the opposite sex sexually. Ecdysiasm. Exhibitionism, to show off and expose yourself in public. Entomophobia. Fear of insects. Gynecomania. The impulse to assault a woman sexually. Gynophobia. Aversion or fear of women. Hydrophobia. Fear of water. Kinetophobia. Fear of change or moving to a new place. Kakarapiophobia. Fear of doing anything because you're afraid you might fail. Mysophobia. Dread of germs and being contaminated. Nossophobia. Fear of illness. Nyctophobia. Fear of night and darkness. Ochlophobia. Fear of crowds. Pathophobia. Fear of contracting a disease. Pyrophobia. Fear of fire. Xenophobia. Fear of strangers. Zoophobia. Fear of animals. Anti-government phobia. renz.com/general67/clin.htm. Claustrophobia info. Claustrophobia is a fear of being in a small space like an elevator or a closet. direct-marketing-skills.com/clo-it/elevator-phobia.htm Driving phobia. phobics-awareness.org/drivingphobia.htm. Storm phobia. stormphobia.org. Vomiting phobia. emetophobia.org, fear of vomiting. Chapter 2. Agoraphobia websites. Agoraphobia/social phobia/social anxiety disorder websites. 1. People are afraid of going outside the house and or being around other people or too close to them, like in an elevator. nimh.nih.gov/publicat/nimhsocial.pdf, a real illness, social phobia online PDF. nimh.nih.gov/publicat/phobiafax.cfm, facts about social phobia. nimh.nih.gov/anxiety/social phobia menu.cfm, social phobia, online booklets and resources. From the NIMH, National Institutes of Mental Health in the U.S. kidshealth.org/teen/your_mind/mental_health/social_phobia.html. socialanxietysupport.com aafp.org/afp/9911115ap/2311.html. ada.mentalhealth.asn.au/social.html. anxietynetwork.com. anxietytofreedom.com. apa.org/monitor/julaug05/stemming.html. athealth.com/practitioner/newsletter/fpn_3_29.html. socialanxietyworld.com. bu.edu/anxiety/socphub.html. counselingresource.com/distress/anxiety-disorders/social-phobia-symptoms.html. counselingresource.com/distress/anxiety-disorders/specific-phobia-symptoms.html. cynthiaashley.com, video/phone counseling. druginfonet.com/index.php. emoryclinicaltrials.com, mood and anxiety disorders. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/agoraphobia. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/agoraphobia_without_history_of_panic_disorder. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/anxiety_disorder. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/behavioral_therapy. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/cognitive_therapy. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/ergaziophobia. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/phobia. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/social_anxiety. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/xenophobia. excite.co.uk/directory/health/mental_health/disorders/anxiety/phobias. excite.com/directory/health/mental_health/disorders/anxiety/social_anxiety. familydoctor.org/online/famdus/and/home/mental-health/anxiety/482.html. halfbakery.com/category/health_3_20 mental_3_20 phobia. health.enotes.com/mental-disorders-encyclopedia/social-phobia. health-dictionary.com/mental-health-term-details/social-phobia. helpguide.org/mental/phobia_symptoms_types_treatment.htm. helpguide.org/mental/social-anxiety_support_symptom_causes_treatment.htm. hypnoticmp3.com/social.htm. justbeuel.com/fears_phobias_index_public_speaking_flying_social.html. kidshealth.org/teen/your_mind/mental_health/social_phobia.html. medhelpinternational.com/forum/mental-health/messages/31402.html. medhelpinternational.org/forum/mental health. medical.preferredconsumer.com/mental_health_disorders/social_phobia.html. medicinenet.com. medicinenet.com/script/main/art.asp ? Article key = 38130. medterms.com. mentalhealth.com/dis/p20-n0 mental-health-matters.com. mental-health-matters.com/disorders. mental-disorders/disorders/dis_resources.php. mentalhelp.net. mysticnepal.com/socialphobia.html. nimh.nih.gov/health-information/socialphobia menu.cfm. nimh.nih.gov/publicat/phobiafacts.cfm. nlm.nih.gov/medlani+/nc/article/000956.htm. nlm.nih.gov/medlani+/phobias.html. nmha.org/index.cfm. noa-health.org/n/mental/disorders/phobias.html. agoraphobia/social phobia/social anxiety disorder websites 2. panphobia.com. panicbusters.com. patient.co.uk/display/167775352. phobia-anxiety.org. phobiacenterdfw.com, Dallas Ft. Worth, TX. phobia-fear-release.com. phobiakingshomepage.netfirms.com. phobialist.com. phobialist.com/links.html. phobics-awareness.org. psychcentral.com/disorders/anxiety/social_phobia.html. psychforums.com. rcpsych.ac.uk. robot-house.com/american-psychiatric-association-mental-illness.htm. shadabrothers.com/what-causes-commitment-phobia.htm. seekwellness.com/condition/mental/phobia.htm. social-anxiety-network.com. socialanxiety-phobia.com. socialfear.com. socialphobia.org. socialphobiaworld.com. suite101.com/article.cfm/agoraphobia. surgeongeneral.gov/library/mental-health/chapter 4/sec2.html. triumphoverphobia.com. uaf.edu/chc/mental-health/phobias.htm. vedicvibration.com/apply/mental/phobia.html. ylcsw.com/mentalhealthlinks.html. social-anxiety-shyness-info.com. Social Anxiety Disorder Coalition. 800-934-6276. allergictopeople.com. Chapter 3. A Phobia Website Guide. Phobia Websites 1. Books about anxieties and phobias are at hashtag 616.8522 or RC552 at the library. informationheadquarters.com/list_of_phobias.shtml. phobialist.com. aboutphobias.com. aboutphobias.com/phobia_list.html. advice.campushook.com/readadvice.php. algae.com/anxiety. allbookstores.com/panic_disorders_p5st.html. angelnet.com/phobias.html. anxiety-relief.com. aphobia.com. bighealth.net. blifalu.com/info/phobias.php. brinkster.com/arpadon/phobias.htm. changethat'srightnow.com. Change that's right now.com/phobia list of all phobias.asp. Change that's right now.com/short description list.asp. cmha.ca/english/info_center/mh_pam/let. common-phobias.com. Phobia websites too. coolquiz.com/trivia/did-you-know/phobia.asp. coolquiz.grab.com/trivia/did-you-know/phobia.asp. counseling.cam.ac.uk/phobia.html, phobias. cpa.ca/factsheet/phobias.htm, Canadian Psychological Association. dentalfearcentral.org, Dental Fear Central. designthinking.com/fear/phobias/defined/defined.html. designthinking.com/fear/phobia/medical/medical.html. designthinking.com/fear/phobia/topics/topics.html. easyweb.easynet.co.uk/simple-psych/12.html. elainkissel.com, hypnosis. emetophobia-online.co.uk. emofree.com, everything, mostly phobias. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/list_of_phobias. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/phobia. encarta.ms/encyclopedia_761568883. expage.com/labphobias. Experts Dead website, try-q/phobias-q/phobias-3097/phobias-1.htm. ezinarticles.com, phobia. fda.gov/fdac/features/1997/297_bump.html, fighting phobias, the things that go bump in the mind. fearofstuff.com. fearofstuff.com. gort.ucsd.edu/s/message02695.html. hcpc.uth.tmc.edu/phobias.htm. health.ivillage.com/mental health/mh-anxiety. health.ivillage.com/mental health/mh-phobia/topics. healthlibrary.epnet.com. healthyminds.org/multimedia/phobias.pdf, let's talk facts about phobias. healthyplace.com. hillman.talstar.com/phobias.html. hoyweb.com/lh/teensask.htm. hypnosisdownloads.com/cat/fears_phobias.html. hypnotherapistlosangeles.com/htm/hypnotist_fears_phobias.htm. hypnotherapy-nlp-help.com. ihateclowns.com. ilovebacon.com/071703/i.shtml. imdb.com/title/tt00666086, 1970 movie about phobias. irishhealth.com/?4$con=401. justbul.com/fears_phobias_index_public_speaking_flying_social.html. Phobia websites 3. kidshealth.org/parents/emotions/feelings. lifeworks-uk.com. markdury.com/archive/blog/true_confessions. mayoclinic.com. medhelp.org. members.tripod.com/tilde-silvercord/phobia.html. mentalhealthandillness.com/articles. mentalhealthchannel.net/phobias. mentalhelp.net. miamicounseling.com/anxiety_depression/phobias.asp. myspaceJunk.bravepage.com/phobias.html. ncpamd.com/kids_pages.htm. nimh.nih.gov/anxiety. nlm.nih.gov/medline+/phobias.html nmha.org/info/ctr/factsheet/35.cfm nmha.org/info/ctr/factsheet/35.cfm Anxiety disorders, phobias fact sheet. No more panic.co.uk. nzhypnosis.com/custom-hypnosis-cds.html ohohaven.com/fun/phobias.html Panic disorder dead website, try.com/our brands. penphobia.com patient.co.uk phobia-anxiety.org Phobia Center dfw.com, Dallas Ft. Worth, TX phobia-fear-release.com phobiafinder.com phobiaguide.com phobiakingshomepage.netfirms.com phobialist.com phobialist.com/links.html phobias.mywebhealthcenter.com phobias-help.com phobics-awareness.org phobics-society.org.uk phobias piassabirds.com/scholarbowl/phobialist.html planetpsych.com/zpsychology_101/disorders/phobias.htm psych.org/public_info/phobias.cfm American Psychiatric Association psychnet-uk.com/phobia_list/phobialist.html psychology.ucdavis.edu psychotherapist.net rck.net/phobias.htm religiousworlds.com/fonderosas/freud03.html somnilocky.com/phobias.html stressrelease.com/checklist stewartexchange.org/phobias.html sub.nambi.net/helplink/phobias.asp symptoms-of-anxiety-depression.com therapyinla.com/article/article0501.html therapy-now.com/therapynow/anxphobias.htm trivia-library.com/fears-and-treatment-and-information-part-1.htm uncyclopedia.wikia.com/wiki/phobias virginiaironside.org/articles.php?id=43 webenglish.com.tw/encyclopedia/n/wiki/list_of_phobias.html webmd.com webmd.com/hw/anxiety_panic_disorders/shc36.asp webspinning.com.au/home/lambert-public_html/phobia.html wrongdiagnosis.com/medical/fear_open_spaces.htm wrongdiagnosis.com/p/phobias/books.htm yorkshiretherapy.com hypnotherapy phobia websites for Freedom from Fear 308 Seaview Avenue Staten Island, New York 10305 888-442-2022 718-351-1717 freedomfromfear.com freedomfromfear.org Anxiety Support Organization National Institute of Mental Health Panic and Anxiety Hotline 888-8 Anxiety 800-647-2642 nimh.nih.gov/anxiety Phobia Clinic White Plains Hospital Center Davis Ave and E Post RD White Plains, New York 10601 914-681-1038 Clinical and Self-Help Groups Phobia Society 5820 Hubbard Drive Rockville, Maryland 20852. 301-231-9350. Nonprofit organization providing information on phobias and anxieties.